Now, when we talk about confidentiality and doctor-patient relationship, we come to an important part of your portion, and also it's important from uh, practical point of view. It is Consumer Protection Act. Now, how do we come under Consumer Protection Act? You know something called as medical negligence. I believe it's a long answer in your examination. We are going to look at it in depth in slides henceforth. But right now we'll talk about Consumer Protection Act. So every patient is a consumer and the doctor is the one who's administering the healthcare facility. So the person who has approached the hospital or the clinic or the doctor is a consumer, and he is protected under Consumer Protection Act, which was passed in 2019. Now, as far as your syllabus is concerned, this also could be a small answer, or in case you are writing an introduction, please do mention that it is playing a crucial role in safeguarding protection rights. Now, who is a consumer? The patient, the person who is seeking treatment from the medical facility. Now, this act ensures accountability from service providers. Who are they? The hospitals, the doctors, the clinics, all those people who are providing you services, say maybe any medicine or any dental care facility or the surgeries. All these big hospitals charge you for giving a good treatment, and in case there is any deficiency, then the person will be covered under Consumer Protection Act. And this act also keeps a tab on the facility providers that they are supposed to give and do their best, because they are playing with someone's life at the end of the day. And hence, this act is very important even in day-to-day life. One important point that you should remember when you write about this act is that if the services are paid even at a discounted rate, now there are certain seats kind of available, some quota in hospitals, big hospitals, where poor people are treated at concessional rates. Now, totally free services are also available, but unpaid or free services are exempted from the act, and the paid services, even though they are concessional, they are included. So the person who is seeking treatment free of cost will not have protection under this act, is what it means. So you can write this point. It's very important. Next one is it covers medical negligence and criminal liability may ensue if there is any medical negligence on part of the doctor or the hospital. So as I mentioned, we'll see medical negligence in the few next slides. Now, Consumer Protection Act talks about all that is related to medical negligence itself primarily. Why? Because when you talk about consumer protection, what does it mean? It says, it talks about deficiency in services, products or services. So the consumer is protected against such deficiencies or say absence. So it's both the same thing in this act under medicine and law. And hence, medical negligence becomes a big part when you talk about Consumer Protection Act. Also, the person can claim for compensation. We will see some judgments. I think the latest one is 2013, Kunal versus some hospital, which talks about compensation. And it is a civil wrong. Thereby, the consumer can seek compensation from the courts of law. And lastly, see, it is protecting the consumers. It is really keeping a tab on the activities or the services of the doctors and hospitals, etc. But at the same time, if it is found that a person has filed a frivolous, that is fake, or false, that is vexatious complaint, then costs are imposed on that person, which is like not more than 10,000 is what I've read.